She did not get it off in time. One more look at it, Chloe.
Gosh, that's so close. Fingertips just on the tip of that ball as the clock strikes 0.
Yeah, I think that fingertip is on it right as .1 hits .0, but it's still a fun moment for Wiley and what's been a great day. This place sounded like it was Columbia, South Carolina when it fell.
There's so many Columbia fans here. It just is such a great environment. They're so ready for this season, this new team. Malaysia for Wiley just makes it exciting for everyone.
Well, Purdue will inbound and start the 4th. The lead is brought down a little bit. They're still fixing the scoreboard. South Carolina currently has 179. They've had a good day, not that good of a day. So we got to get that sorted out. This has been very much in favor of South Carolina. Just a few extra points. And so while our wonderful operations folks get that sorted out, back on that moment for South Carolina. I think that just sort of exemplifies the whole day. They got the scoreboard fixed. As they look to make some more history this season, of course, they had the long win streak that ended at UCLA, but when they head into conference play, they've got some tough matchups. They'll open with Missouri, but they got a chance to extend it to the longest streak in SEC history, set by Tennessee at 46.
SEC is such a tough conference. It's so physical. It's so athletic. For them to hold that streak and SEC history is extremely impressive.
They will open with Missouri on the road in the other Columbia, then 2 Mississippi State home against Texas A&M to try and tie the streak. But then they got to play Texas to try and set the new record. So that adds potentially, if they win their first 3, even more intrigue to that first ever conference matchup with the Longhorns.
Team and Vic Schaefer, who likes to pressure in the backcourt, try to slow South Carolina down if they can at all.
Nice finish by Rashunda Jones. That eats into the lead a little bit. In your mind, where does Texas fit into the SEC picture?
Yeah, they're right up there in the top with South Carolina. Such a powerful team and program, and they're always there and right in your eyesight. I had the chance to play them in Bahamas a few Thanksgivings ago. They actually beat them in Bahamas. It was exciting, but they are a tough team. They always have bigs in the inside and guards that can score, similar to the South Carolina team in the SEC.
Quick trigger, Lombard for 3. That's catch. Destiny Lombard's having a good day for Purdue. He's got 15 points for the Boilermakers.
Destiny Lombard just keep doing what she's doing, getting inside. It's helping her game as well to steal this confidence.
But Wiley snakes her way in and lays it up for 2 more. That's 14 points for number 12.
Unguardable.
There's no room to operate. But Wiley on defense as well. 5 to shoot. Jones takes the extra pass, and that's disrupted by Edwards. For Wiley, a watch list selection for the Naismith Women. Lieberman. That's another foul. This will be on Lombard. And you just get this sense that if South Carolina is going to repeat, Malaysia for Wiley is going to play a very key role in that kind of a run.
She's getting a standing ovation from the crowd right now for her performance in this game. She definitely will have to stick with that and her simplistically that she's played with in this game. She's been fancy at times, but she's also just taking it downhill, solid takes to the basket like Coach Staley wants.
These Gamecock fans have traveled very well. Leaves it up, got fouled on the way in. A lot of Iowa State and South Carolina fans here. Had a great game on Thanksgiving. The building was pretty full on the first day, and the culture that has been built around this program, a lot of passion in Columbia for South Carolina women's basketball. They are consistently one of the most well-attended. It's Ashley Blockfield. Puts one home for the first.
And such basketball fans as well as we've learned throughout this tournament. We'll see a couple of them stick around, watch the other games, tuning in to teams that they're not going to play, tuning in to teams that they will play. But they all got a little scouting report. for their team separately.
Have some extra scouts hanging around in Fort Myers. 8 minutes to go. Purdue with the basketball. South Carolina cruising away with what will likely be their second straight win. They're going to go 2-0 in Fort Myers. Miscommunication offensively. McCarthy from the elbow strokes it wide. Dump down on the post, out for Hall. She wiggles in underneath Watkins. Great team chemistry by South Carolina in the finish from Ashlyn Watkins.
A couple phenomenal passes by South Carolina. Just mid-air, Bree Hall finds a way to get that to Ashlyn Watkins.
Bree Hall collects the missed shot. Daniel, way too much room. A great move to the cup. Maddie McDaniel getting involved. She's got 10 points.
Didn't know which way she was going. Faked one way, went the other. The whole crowd was confused.
5 Gamecocks now in double digits. Lombard breaks free, floats it long. Fast in transition. Watkins to Edwards. Added on to the total, 87-36. Timeout on the floor. Gamecocks cruising away with it, 9 unanswered in the last 2 minutes. When it rains, it pours. All Gamecocks here in Fort Myers. Well, when you win the national title, you get to head to the nation's capital. That's what South Carolina did following their 2024 national title, visiting President Joe Biden and taking it all in and celebrating their 3rd national title, all under Dawn Staley as she continues to make history in women's basketball.
So impressive if you look at this list of coaches. Gino at UConn, Pat Summitt at Tennessee. I mean, these are some phenomenal coaches that she's up with 3 national titles, looking for another one this year.
Plenty of iconic names on that list. Dawn Staley very much amongst them. 6 Final Fours in the last 9 tournaments for this program. 16 SEC titles in her tenure. Dominant force in college basketball. And they've been dominant today, 87-36. Teetering on the brink of a 50-point lead over the Boilermakers. This one has gotten away in a hurry, and for South Carolina, this is only building that confidence at this point of the season, which is nothing but good for South Carolina. Six and a half in this game, Purdue with it. Collier loads up. And off one hop, South Carolina clears. Another 3 for Johnson. And she strums the strings. 90 points for the Gamecocks.
I told you, as soon as Tessa hits 1, she's hot for the rest of the game.
13 points for her, 3 for 6 from downtown. Nice pass to Collier, but the bobble can't finish. Lombard zigzagging out to Reynolds, straightaway 3. It's good.
Nice ball movement. Started with Ella Collier's drive, back cut to baseline. Creates, the defense gets off balance there, and then you can get that ball moving for easy shots. Just so tough against the South Carolina's ball pressure.
Brings that one loose and rolls off. Miriam Dowda for South Carolina is in the game.
Coach said Miriam is just so into the game when she's on the bench. Even though she doesn't play, she's always ready to go and make an impact. Been impressed with Miriam this year.
Lombard for 3. That's good as well. Purdue starting to connect from downtown.
Destiny Lombard, 15 points and then 18 with that 3. She's been looking good this year, and both these 2 games that we've covered for her this Thanksgiving tournament.
Oh, that's good. Bree Hall, another 3.
Bree Hall shooting it well.
South Carolina going a little deeper into their bench, and these are valuable minutes for a program very much focused on process. That's a steal for McDaniel. Up ahead, Hall wide open. She takes advantage. 95 points for the Gamecocks. They're creeping in on 100.
The skill, the finesse that's added to this game. Just so hard for Purdue to, first of all, handle the turnover and then have to see some crazy pass or finish on the other end.
28 fast break points for South Carolina, just 2 for Purdue. Lombard floats it home, spirals through.
A game like this for Purdue, they'll have a chance to look back at the film and maybe some mistakes that they made, but what's most important is they're going to grow this leadership and how to remember that when a team goes up by 20, 30 points, who's going to step up, who's going to bring this together mentally for Purdue.
Attack. Physical against McCarthy. They'll wave off the basket. That's an offensive foul. A very physical game. South Carolina in transition, getting it done. Up the floor, Bree Hall. 12 points for the Gamecocks. This is the action for the rest of the day in our quadruple header. Stick around, second game of the Island Division between 2 NCAA tournament teams in Middle Tennessee and Iowa State, the 15th team in the country. Davidson and Belmont in the third place game, and then Michigan and Virginia Tech for the championship. Rounds out today. Don't go anywhere. There is plenty of fun basketball coming up here in Fort Myers. Purdue with it out of the timeout. 3:40 to go. South Carolina up in a big way. Tied for a season high. One more bucket gets them to a new season high and a chance to go into this 3-game stretch they got coming up feeling really good.
I just want to talk about some of their numbers. I mean, 60 points off the bench. It's so amazing for a team to go 5 in, 5 out, and have 60 points from your bench. It's incredible.
That's a 3 for Sophie Swanson. Purdue 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. There's one area they've looked, particularly in the second half, a lot better. It's been their perimeter shooting. The defense for South Carolina has been suffocating. 2-on-1, first doesn't go, second time's the charm. Down deep for a Delta.
It's tough for Purdue when every pass is deflected. For some of these shooters, they've had the chance to get these open shots in the second half because more of the passes are on time, on target.
Quick little runner for Lombard. South Carolina closing in on 100. There it goes, and it rolls out. As Dowda leaves it short. Launched from deep, and it sprays loose. South Carolina breaks 100. It'll be the first time they did it since December 6th in 2023 against Morgan State. Edwards rattles out. Just barely. They're stuck at a new season high, though, of 97.
She put her hands up like, how did that happen? All the way down and all the way out.
Space for Harper. She'll hand off for Lombard. Breaks free, and Lombard scoops it in.
Lombard just really showing her talent, showing her skills, what she can do on the offensive end.
Dumps it in. Tap. Bullying. Kicks it out, and she got fouled before the pass. There's been a lot of scores today. We look at who's been leading the way for South Carolina. All kinds of Gamecocks getting in double digits.
So well-balanced scoring from the Gamecocks. I mentioned 60 points off the bench. Malaysia Fawiley leads that with 14 points, and he's a crafty finisher.
Tech. Short distance shot doesn't land. Nearly got loose. Foul is called. That belongs to South Carolina. That quells the fast break. Ella Collier's foul. Beg your pardon. Sophie Swanson, team third, and her third as well. Dawn Staley's team up comfortably late. The only question is whether or not they'll crack triple digits. South Carolina will go 2-0 in Fort Myers. Head into a stretch of Duke, TCU, and South Florida. Feeling really good. Hall. Crisscrossing into the lane, had it pried loose. It'll stay with the Gamecocks. This is what's on the horizon. They'll be at home on Thursday against Duke. Then another ranked matchup with TCU. South Florida has been very battle-tested. And then games with Charleston Southern, Wofford, and then the Open Conference play on the new year with Missouri, January 2nd. Looking to extend that SEC win streak. The jumper is too strong from Edwards. Grabs her own missed shot. Heaves it up again. Doesn't land. Third time. Falls through. 99 points for the Gamecocks.
Joyce Edwards just trying to pad her stats a little bit. Adds 3 rebounds and 2 extra points.
Edwards fell down. Sophie Swanson with it. Jones floats it to the baseline. Puryear hoists. And that rolls out. Shot clock is off. South Carolina, a dominant one. A season high 99 points for the Gamecocks. And they cruise to a victory over Purdue to go 2-0 in Fort Myers.
Wonderful game for the Gamecocks. Really coming together, showing their chemistry, what they can do on both ends. Impressive.
Dawn Staley's group gets the W in the Island Division. They roll past Iowa State and Purdue, and they will head into a primetime matchup with Duke, feeling very confident. So that'll do it for us in our first game. Reminder, stick around for the second game. It's going to be a good one here in the Island Division. Middle Tennessee and Iowa State. That's coming up in just a little bit here on the Women's Sports Network. Until then, our final score, South Carolina 99, Purdue 51. For our producer, Andrew Suarez, my partner, Chloe Barada, and our entire crew, I'm Brian Urquhart, saying so long from Fort Myers. All Gamecocks in this one, and they take it by double-digit margins over Purdue.